off to the lounge. It's a new timeline, new set of doors. We will investigate them all. It's funny how this is the only time we get to choose one of the 3 doors, but we don't get the door for like the rec room and stuff like that. It's funny. It also makes me wonder. I've been thinking about this since the start of the game. Okay, so fine, Luna's here.
Hey, Sigma.
Hey. So I'm gonna go on a little thing here, but I find it funny how in the far left flowchart, where we team up with, I think it's Luna in the lounge. Yeah, with Luna in the lounge, which is also funny because fine Luna here. But and then we go ally against Luna, and then we teamed up with, who did we team up with next? Temioji? No, it wasn't Temioji. It was K. That's it. It was K, and oh no, K was my partner maybe. I don't remember. But either way, I don't remember. But we chose ally on that one as well, and it led to everyone dead except for Fi and me. So I'm starting to wonder, depending who you have on your team, does that affect, and which door you go through, I mean, does that make it which door you get to go through? Like, for example, we went through the blue door, I think it was, and that's how we got to the rec room. But did the rec room only open because we had those specific bracelets on our wrists, or in this case, yeah, the bracelets, I would say people, but scanning the bracelets. Like, for example, if we chose the blue room, but instead of K, we'd had Temioji or something. I don't know. Would have that opened a completely different room because those exact people or bracelets weren't with them in the room? It makes me wonder, it's like, is that why we get to go through those rooms? Because those specific bracelets? So yeah, it's a little curious.
Can I get you a seat?
And that'll also explain why there's 3 doors. Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
Oh, hey, Clever. What do you mean? What do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So, this is the lounge, huh? A bar, a sofa, and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or 2. Fortunately, as much as fun as that sounds, like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You got a point.
Sigma?
I'm just kidding. Besides, I got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, I was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went away before. Has this been happening to everyone else?
What? Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago.
She means a headache, by the way.
I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me. No headaches here. Well,
what?
it's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird?
So, I have a little theory. And that theory is that we are not in the year 2028 or even near that. I think we're somewhere in the future. And I say that with the theory that Clover, possibly Alice, and possibly someone else, but I don't know, maybe, I would say Quark, but if Temioji is really Junpei, then it's been heaps of years, then Quark, he met Quark when he was pretty old, so that means Quark is definitely from this year, which makes it a little curious though, because if Earth has been infected by Radical 6, how are they able to go to bars and stuff normally if the place is overrun? Unless, of course, we're actually on the moon and the moon's become a place we can actually live now. I don't know. Because it just doesn't make sense for them to be able to walk around and stuff freely in a Earth that's covered with our Radical 6. But, I'm thinking about who was cryogened. And I think it was Clover, Alice, and maybe Fi. I don't know why. She's just the only one that seems young, but she can jump. So she can, like, use the morphogenetic fields. So, for all I know, she could be from a year around here, but I don't know. But the reason I'm saying that is because I have headaches, and they could be just because I'm remembering a lot from other timelines. Fi could be the same. Luna, I'm starting to wonder if she's also a jumper. Not something you wear. But I'm wondering if she's also someone who can transport her mind, because if her head hurts, then yeah. Clover's wouldn't hurt because she hasn't been jumping. Her power's far too weak to be able to do that with us around, because I don't know why. And she was cryogen most likely. But who else is here? Dio? I don't really think Dio was cryogen because he broke his way into this game. Kay, we have no idea who he is. Well, I mean, now we do know who he is. And I'm starting to think he's actually a robot. He's a golem, I think. Because when you think about it, his father created him. And this is going to be very far-fetched, but I think his father's Sigma. Because think about it, he looks exactly like Sigma. He looks exactly like Sigma. There would be no other guess. It would also make sense. It would also make bloody sense. Because think about it. Earlier on in the game, we were called Grandpa. And we have not seen our face once. I am expecting that to be the endgame twist. But I think we created K. And honestly, that's where I'm stuck. I don't know what else to think. I've got a lot of stuff in my head, but I'm not going to talk about it because I'm worried it's going to be full horseshit. So, yeah, let's just continue.
No, my body feels weird.
Yeah, her body feels weird because she was definitely cryogen.
Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like when you fall asleep on top of your arms. And then when you wake up, the arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm, though. My whole body feels like numb and foreign.
I guess it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean. It's
Really?
kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Maybe it's because of the anesthetic gap.
What now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I know. The white smoke.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright, I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys gonna stick around there?
Haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay, catch you later. I waved goodbye and headed towards the exit. Where to next? Crew quarters.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. 5 hours and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary.
What's this book?
Huh? Oh, that's a book of meow cows.
A meowt?
Oh, sorry. It's just a thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. Doesn't really mean anything though.
Okay.
That's weird. So what's the cat book about?
Oh, well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right? What?
Meowby? I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Fi told me. That's not the story I've heard. Maybe that is the full story. I've only heard of the fact that the cat is inside the box, and we don't know how long it's been inside of there for. And so, until someone opens the box, it's both alive and dead because you just don't know which one.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
Good job, Quark. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out in the lounge? You checked out the lounge with Clover and Temioji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Deer and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2000. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
The 31st, huh? I've been knocked out at dawn on the 25th. On the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse, lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find some. Just one thing though.
What was
You
it?
and Luna didn't tell you? Okay,
No.
I got it right here. Just a second.
Oh, yeah, the Radical 6 thing. Yep, I know what it says, don't worry. Is this for real?
It seems a little hard to believe.
Is it really? If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, it sounds like it's a pretty big deal.
Yes.
There hasn't been anything like that on the news, though. This is the first time I've heard about the term Radical 6. Was that true, though? Was it really the first time I'd heard about it? No. I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. But where? And why? And how? And who?
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic
What the
raging
hell is
on
wrong
the
with
other
Quark?
side of these walls?
Well, I don't think there's any reason for us to get all worried about it. We should just hurry up and try to find out how to get out of here.
Quark, are you okay? You, like, put your hands to your head for a split second before.
Quark has a point. If we want to know what's going on outside, the fastest way to find out is by going outside.
Yeah, you're
Good.
right.
Mr. K and I will keep searching the cabins then. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'll go
Okay.
somewhere else.
Then we will see you later.
Later. I stepped out of the cabin we'd been in and headed towards the small hallway. Now, where to next? There was only one place to go. To go to the infirmary, and I'll have a sip of coffee because I am coffee addicted. It's funny because coffee doesn't have that much of an effect on me. Like, I don't feel myself being fully energetic. I don't feel like I'm gonna jump around or stuff just because I have 2 cups of it. It just keeps me warm and stuff like that. It does stop me from sleeping though, so that's good. It just doesn't fully energetic me. Does that make sense? I don't know. So, this is the infirmary,
Oh,
huh?
Sigma.
Alice.
What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
Of course. I'm teetering on the brink of the abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
Oh yeah, everyone knows the death penalty now, so she probably feels a little sorry, but I doubt it. And that's enough to justify screwing someone else
That's
over.
not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk to her at the start, did we? Because we had no reason to.
Easy for you to say that now.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes.
You're not wearing any clothes, it looks like.
I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Yeah, thank you, Temioji.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Look, Let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do.
Which is?
Avenge my father's murder. That's what I have to do.
Your father's murder? What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Fine, just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Because you're suspicious. Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you?
No.
CIA? No. Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like
That's
one.
fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep him guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's
Sure
just a
about
friend
that?
that I met somewhere.
Where's somewhere?
In the middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes, but that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
What? Liar. A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th-generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father, too, then.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. We still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, the white gas started pouring out of anywhere.
Are you
out of
some kind of
everywhere.
doctor?
Well, no, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything
See,
that might connect
there's
you to
another
any of this?
reference, and I'm old as fuck. There's another reference. Oh my god. If that turns out to be the truth, then wow. Oh my god, what the hell happened? We were so young. And we became old. Tenmyoji, I could be your father. Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this? Well, believe me, I thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No
Do any of
idea.
the people here look familiar to you?
Nope, you're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay, since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance? What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, though. He's still in elementary school, right? Well, why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
And if it makes you feel better, sure.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know. She didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah. She's a real mystery, alright. I honestly know about as much as you do. So, basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I spent hours with Phi, yet I know nothing about her except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective? A waitress? Garbage collector? An elementary school kid? A nurse? A circus? Ringleader? Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly. A fakeless detective. Suddenly...
There you are! You have to come with me!
What's wrong?
We found something really bad in the crew quarters!
Something?
Bad.
Just hurry! It'll make sense when you see it!
Is this the bomb? I'm curious. Quark was first into the room, followed quickly by me, Alice, and Tamioji and Dio. He said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The 4 of us crashed down and followed his finger. Then it was there. Ooh. What the hell is this?
A bomb! At least that's what Mr. K said.
A bomb? Shut up, Dio. I know it's you.
So,
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
goodbye.
Fuck you. I get it. Won't even let me skip it when it's on all skip. Of course. It was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. Then it had been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to get everybody else in here now.
No, it's okay. Mr. K's already getting them. They should be here really soon.
See? Where is it? You said there was a bomb.
Quark had barely closed his mouth and the rest of our fellow captives exploded into the room. Kay gently shouldered them aside and pointed to the bomb.
There it is. You see?
I can see how it's a bomb. Putting enough fire or energy or something like that into that small bowl would cause it to erupt, and that's actually compressed. It could be nuclear? But something else. But otherwise, when it's hit with enough pressure, it would explode. Hugely, trust me. Oh, it's scary to think about that. But how's it just staying there in the center? Is something holding it? Or is it just there? I don't know. For several long moments, we just stayed in silence. Slowly we began to eye one another. All suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator.
Oh, we only got one choice in this one. That's interesting. It's very interesting.
There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find it?
It was me. I found it while Quark and I were investigating this area. We split up to collect the rest of you.
How did you know it was a bomb?
I have seen it before.
When?
I'm not sure.
Because of the amnesia?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? We don't even know if it's a real bomb. Are you gonna tell me you believe that guy who can't remember his own fucking name knows a bomb when he sees it?
No. Kay is right. That's a bomb. I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Ooh.
Antimatter?
What?
You mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's Annie-Hill Nation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah, Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Find Nod and turn to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons, and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation.
I should laugh at that part, but I'm actually curious about this explanation.
It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
Like blow up a whole space station.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E = mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
What the? You've got to be kidding me. But there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly Should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps. But how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered...
Then there could be a number 2 or a number 1 bomb.
Yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either.
It could be a 5th or a 4th, he means.
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it.
Deer stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Deer by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Well, then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get the password.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard.
Look again. You see it? Right here. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here.
She means right here, by the way, if you can see on my mouse. There's like these 2 prongs.
Then we can enter the password.
Alright then. It's gonna be a little annoying.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea, but we can figure out when they did it. When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Huh? Well, I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. They don't believe me. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
No, not out loud, you didn't. You gotta be kidding me. I didn't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was, just, I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tamioji, any one of us could have been in there. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here and they set up the...
Impossible. There's no way that would get past Zero, and there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior, which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay, fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Fine, Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest, and Zero Senior was without a doubt one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who did? Who had, I mean? Alice? Dio? Luna? Kay? Clover? Temioji? Phi? Or Quark? Seemed insane, but could it have been Quark? No, why would Zero Senior have gone through all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No, it didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no, this is bad.
What is
Press
it?
the buttons on your bracelet.
Oh, 4 minutes. Oh, shit. Is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Alright then. And open sesame. Off to the doors!